Now,
Recovery doesn't start tomorrow.
calling all angels.
Recovery starts right now. And here to help is Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all you angels. Calling all angels. Calling all you angels.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Rated R for Recovery. That's Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com on the web, which you can punch that in. Like us on the Facebook, pass us around. You hear our broadcast or podcast, Joy, every week, and you can go back and hear the old shows, too, on iTunes, iHeartRadio, what else? Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, and Podcast Playground.
There you go.
Yeah, lots of stuff. I'm an addict and alcoholic. My name's John.
Hey, John. Yeah, I'm an alcoholic. My name's Joy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Joy. Let's give a brief description of what we are. We have a lot to talk about tonight, Joy.
All right, let's get to it.
Very good. Okay, so we are a faith-based, recovery-driven, we're a recovery-driven, faith-based show that brings
Either
hope,
way.
healing, and restoration to individuals and families impacted by addiction. Through interviews, sharing information, and entertainment, we strive to be a catalyst for change for all that wish to recover.
And pantomime.
Yeah, it was, yes, yeah. Rated R for Recovery will be taped every week here at 7 p.m. and then uploaded to YouTube, and then it goes around the world from there. And around the world it does go, because we have a regular listener from Canada.
Nice.
Yeah, we do.
Because that's so far
Not just
away.
a fake one, we have a real one. I forget his name, though. Let's thank our sponsors. We have JCI Solutions. They are a painting contractor, both for residential and commercial needs. You can call Michael and get more information on our website. The next step, rehabilitation, dual diagnosis rehabilitation.
We love them.
Brian Edwards, attorney at law, for those of you that may or may not know someone who needs a criminal defense attorney. Shamrock Bail Bonds, which is for bail bonds. You know that. The Phoenix House. Celebrate Recovery is a great supporter of the show. Our new sponsor, White Sands, which will be debuting their commercial any day now. And our partner in crime, Kimmy's Recovery Zone.
And there they all are.
So a few things just to start out the show. Some sad news, as a longtime addict alcoholic has passed away. That would be Ozzy Osbourne. And from all research that you and I have done, extensive research, by the way, that took a long time doing.
Long time of sobriety with some relapses.
Yeah. And
Godfather of heavy metal.
and
Prince of Darkness.
The poor guy had Parkinson's disease and a lot of other
Yeah.
other health issues. And then Terry Bollea died this morning.
Who's that?
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
And Hulk died of a heart attack, and he was only 71 years old, which is kind of a thing that's 3 years away from. I'm 3 years away from 71 years old.
Yep.
So that Hulk was the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Okay. Anyway, so our thoughts and prayers go out to whoever needs those thoughts and prayers for those people. Anyway, okay, so we got something very exciting, Joy.
What do
On
we got?
September 13th, 2025, we are partnering with our partners, Kimmy's Recovery Zone, in doing what's called Party in the Park.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
annual event that supports all sorts of outreach people, whether it be food, clothing, medical assistance, recovery-related, anything that has to do with help. Party in the Park helps. And thanks to our chief engineer, Mark Santora, we will be doing a live broadcast, or podcast, I should say,
I love that.
from Party in the Park. So we'll be having all sorts of interviews. We'd like to invite everybody to come to Party in the Park. And you know what the cost is for that?
What is it?
It's free. Absolutely. Yeah.
Priceless.
So the price is right, and there'll be food, fellowship, fun. We'll be featured speakers, and Rated R for Recovery will be there with our table. and we'll be doing interviews with people either to say walk by. It sort of
Yes, they
reminds
walk
me of
by.
being at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah, like Media Row at the Super Bowl.
okay.
So what Media Row is where all these people come by and they bring
walk
them in and
by
they interview them.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this.
We could do a walk and talk.
All right, I'm going to calm down now. So I can hear Eileen telling me to calm down. The much sought after Rated R for Recovery T-shirts are for sale in the back. I think Benny's doing that. And then thanks to Larry, we've got coffee and cookies.
And free Narcan.
Oh, always free Narcan. Free Narcan. Okay. All right. So let's introduce our first guest, who is sitting next to me.
Quite patiently.
He is weighing in at about 200 pounds in the red trunks and a white T-shirt. He is from the big state, the Garden State of New Jersey. Please welcome Mark to the show.
Let's get ready to rumble. All right, Mark, you're going to sit up here.
Thank you.
Very good, Mark. Mark, so you had, tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
All right, I was raised in Newark, New Jersey. For you don't know that, that's in New Jersey. It's a tourist destination.
Because
Not exactly,
of...
but it was just it was a rough environment. I'll put it like that. I really can't remember the first time I had alcohol, and that's true. But that was my first drug of choice.
Very young?
Yeah, fairly young. I didn't really commit to it. I'm gonna skip a lot of things because I don't want to get into how can I put it? I don't want to get into like war stories. I think we all have one, and I don't want to justify what I was doing because of what I was going through at that particular time.
Well, let's start about first. What was the neighborhood like?
In Newark?
Yeah.
There's no way I can explain it if you haven't been raised in that type of environment. You know, it was like, it was a rough environment. I mean, you know, it was a rough environment.
So there were gangs? Violence?
Yeah, it was violence.
Okay, and then did we seek, some of us could seek I'm serious about this now. Some of us succumbed to that, and then some of us played sports. Some of us were really good in school. There were different avenues to go, even though it was that type of environment.
Well,
you played basketball.
Yeah, well, that's what saved me, realistically speaking. When I got into basketball, it kept me out of a lot of things. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I'm
That's
used
good.
to expressing myself a different way, so
Right.
just pray for me.
Yeah.
I might say some things that I'm going to have to say, well, you know.
Just
This is-
remember you're in church.
This is the internet. You can say shit.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
You can say some shit.
I'm just letting you know.
You can say dumb shit. Just saying.
Okay. But getting back to my basketball was my relationship. It kept me out of it kept me out of drugs, it kept me out of everything. I used to be in the basketball court 10, 11 o'clock at night, and my parents weren't worried because they knew where I was. It was my life, basically, you know.
And did it give you a sort of code in a way? You know, like the rules of basketball, and you kind of follow that, and
Well, realistically, it gave me discipline,
yeah.
you know. It gave me just having a tunnel vision of having something in your life, a safe place, basically, you know. And that's where it was for me. And after I got out of that, well, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but that was my dream, to play,
Yeah.
Pro
you
ball.
know, pro ball. I was even offered a scholarship. I'm getting ahead of myself, but okay, there was a time I had to go into service. My father and my mother had to sign me in when I was 17 because I wasn't going to make it.
Okay.
I wasn't. I had to get away, and I know that. It saved my life, basically.
And was it just alcohol at that time?
Yeah, it was just alcohol.
All right.
Later on, my alcohol got a dance partner. But
When you said your parents had to save you, were they saving you from the street? Or were they saving you from yourself? What were they saving you from?
realistically, let me put it like this. I had brothers that I grew up with, and I went to service, and when I was 17, 18, 6 months later, the same brothers that I was with all the time, they got locked up for life. Four
Yeah.
of them. All of them did life sentence, so God kind of intervened in that, and he saved me. One thing I noticed, if you're with somebody, you're in a group, you are who you're with.
Yeah.
And everybody rolls the same way, so I got blessed with that.
And I can see you're real emotional about this. How did you do there?
In the service,
Yeah.
well, you don't really realize how your parents shelter you from so much. But then when you're in the service, I was 17 18, nobody wanted to hear my feelings, how I felt about things. So my first assignment was overseas when I was in Okinawa. That was my first assignment overseas, and nobody cares. You know, I was in an environment where you had to learn how to take a life. And realistically speaking, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but there were times in my life that I felt like, you know, the world would be a better place if certain people weren't living in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Including me. But that's later on down the road. But in terms of the service, I had to grow up because I had to realize my priorities weren't everybody else's priorities. You establish, but that's when I really started drinking when I was over there too. That's when I really had to.
All right. And so then you were drinking during that time. Was it a problem for you at that time?
In the service?
Mhm.
Everybody drank.
Right.
So, you know,
So tell us how
Yeah,
this
tell-
progressed. Tell us how the disease of addiction got a hold of you and how it progressed.
okay, when I got back, the disease of addiction, see, I didn't go through all of these war stories where I went to jail. I've never been
Right.
locked up. But at the same time, I never got that pause in my life. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I was
know
in
exactly.
denial for a long time.
And by pause, people don't always look at it that way until they get sober. But the thing about having jail stop you, now, not that you can't get drugs or alcohol in jail if that's what you want to do, but it does. It gives you a pause. It gives you a little time out. You could maybe have a moment of clarity.
Yeah, that's true. But I didn't have that.
Right.
I just lived in hell, doing the same thing over and over again.
Where did you go when you get out of the service?
Where did I go? My first treatment center?
Well, no. Where did you go when you
Where were you
went
living?
back. I went back home
And
and I played ball for a little bit. It wasn't working out because I wasn't really as committed as I was before. You know, I played in a lot of places, and I played against big time people.
Nice.
I never had a problem with my confidence. It was just that I didn't commit the same love that I had for it. And to me, you have to have a love for something, a passion for something that makes you get up every day. It's a blessing, It
Yeah.
truly is.
And so you had lost that
Yeah, I lost
by
that.
then. And
I
then
lost
what?
that. And then I got hurt, and I tried cocaine for the first time, and now my alcohol had a dancing partner,
Yeah.
so to speak. And from then on, it was just that. I was totally committed to that. I got lost in that. I was in an illusion where it was a surreal world. Reality wasn't the reality that I was trying to deal with. So it was a false reality. And that reality was so real to me that I had to stay in that. I stayed in that in denial. I had a family, lost my family. I had a house, lost my house. And all because of this path that I was on.
you had some kids along the way too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I have a relationship with my children now.
Nice.
And that's the blessing because of recovery. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself.
It's all right.
But, because I have to talk about the things that happened in my life.
Okay. Get to it. I mean,
Now, and this is when I was out there. I had my children, had a house to myself. They didn't even come over there because they want to come find me dead.
yeah.
I don't know if you know what that means, to be in that situation like that. It wasn't that they didn't love me, but they had to protect themselves. Have you ever been in an environment where you have to distance yourself from somebody, but at the same time you're happy to see them because you don't know if you're going to see them again? And that's where I was. I had a relationship with God in my life. My relationship with God was dependent upon what he would do for me, or what I could see, you know.
Yeah.
My vision of God was under my own power. It wasn't like his will be done. It was like, let me see what you can do. I'm just briefly talk about this for a second, but my mother was a spiritual her whole life, and my father was from the street. Two things I learned from both of them. My mother was unapologetically into what she was in. My father was truly committed to what he was doing. But she still loved me because she understood. I never, to this day, I'm still at that point in my life where I don't judge anybody because you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
I'm gonna skip ahead now because I'm not really trying to go there. But anyway, in my recovery, to keep it brief, I got to a point in my sobriety date is 8/22/22.
Nice.
So
That's my birthday.
yeah. So basically, on that particular date, I surrendered for the second time. I went to 2 rehabs within 2 months. The first time I did it for my family and for my job. The second time, I just got, I almost said something. I just came, how can I put it? I just got completely honest. And I did it for me this time. I didn't know who I was going to have or what I was going to have, whether I was going to have a job when I came out, anything. But God took care of me. And I went to a second rehab, and it taught me a lot of things. And I got with veterans for the first time and realized that I suffered from PTSD. That's a real issue. I got into therapy. I mean, I don't discriminate by any fellowship that comes around. If you have,
If it works, work it.
yeah, that's true. I was going to say faith, honesty, and willingness. It just applies all over the board. And man, just talking about some things. I'm in a
Well-
relationship now, and I'm trying to be as intimate with, not in terms of physical, but as part of sharing part of me with her. And that's very difficult for me, because it's easy for me to turn my emotions off like a light switch. You know? I don't think that's out of fear. That's just thinking I'm just not built wired like that. But that has to change. If you don't know anything about me, know this, that God is moving in my life right now because I haven't used any profanity. and I say that, I say that to say, you know, I'm not really judging anybody because you don't use profanity, but just think about it like this. Rarely have I seen a person get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom or wherever they go and hit their toe and let me see what type of language comes out. Because you justify pain by the way you express yourself. I'll just say that. I don't mean to offend anybody or get on anybody's toes, but the way I express myself is a little different.
Not to offend anybody or their feet, right?
Right.
Okay, very good.
Exactly.
So you got to this point where you couldn't do this anymore. The first time was for the family. The second time was for you. So what did you do?
So what I did, I just got, wow.
Go ahead, say it. I know what you want to say.
Okay, I just got
Go.
butt naked.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just came to the realization that I wasn't holding anything back. I was just revealing everything. And I went to
Butt ass naked is what you wanted to say.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Come on.
But anyway, after I did that, I realized that, you know, I no longer held people responsible for my actions. I took responsibility for everything that I was going through in my life. And that's a tough thing to do because you realize that at some point that you failed in certain areas of your life. But it's okay. It's okay. I realized that in recovery, even to speak to somebody, depending on which side of the table you're sitting on, I'm trying to express to somebody that there's faith, hope, and courage, and that I've been where you're at. But the only way for me to be where you're at, I have to go back there.
Right.
And when you go back there, that takes a lot. It takes a lot because you can't be fake. This is one fellowship, you can't be fake about it. Because there you're going to have those moments like I have every day where it just got real moments. Or those moments where It just tests you and lets you know, are you really about that life? In other words, you're not the advice, you're the example.
That expression that you use, I like, because you talk about when I said, and I interrupted him, I said, "You mean butt-ass naked?" Because that's what Mark and I were able to spend some significant time together a couple years ago, and we would ride together in the morning, get coffee, and just a short ride, but a way of getting to know each other a little bit. And that expression he uses revealed the point of revealing myself and my innermost self, getting down to causes and conditions, letting you know who I am by getting butt-ass naked. And that was, am I right? Is that the reference?
Yes, thank you, John. I was going to get to that.
Oh, jeez,
Thank you.
all right.
That's okay, though.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm going to explain my relationship with John, too.
Right.
Okay, I had lost everything. So when I got out of my second rehab, I had to go to what they call a surrender house. That was a blessing in disguise for me.
Good.
It really was. It gave me a format. It gave me discipline back in my life. And also, it was the thing about getting back into that surrender house, you know. 5 days I had to wait to get into a rehab, and when I got out, it was the hurricane, so I had to wait 5 days to get back to the sobriety. And Eileen kept the room for me. I'll forever be indebted to her for that. You know, when I used to speak with Eileen and John, and I used to see them interacting with other people, I used to think and say to them, you know, you have to have a calling to do what you do. 'Cause I don't think I would have had the patience to deal with people. You know, I don't want to go with the back and forth. Now, as addicts and alcoholics, we are very talented in a lot of areas,
Oh, yeah.
especially lying and manipulating.
Manipulating.
So, you know, to
But
just
you
have to
can
think-
also tell, you know, they say what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And I can see that you're trying to do that. And when you talk about getting butt-ass naked with somebody and letting them see, and letting them know what's going on.
Yes, that's the part of it too. You know, just being able to deliver that message. I've learned that you're going to be a way to go, or you're going to be a way not to go. But you will be an example. You'll be. There's a lot of things I want to say.
That's all right.
All right.
So everybody's an example. Some are good, some are
Right.
bad examples.
Yeah, but and you'll be both.
Yeah, in the same day.
That's why I'm blessed. You know, there are times when pressure makes you do two things: fold or focus. And I'm blessed that I did both, so I can relate to both sides. You know what I mean? I understand, because the only thing I really was good at was relapse.
Yeah.
I was really good at that, because I find an excuse somewhere, somehow. My father used to tell me, if you really want something, you'll find a way, and if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And I live with that.
That's so true.
Now let me tell you about my recovery. Now this is in recovery, where everything is supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. First, okay. Okay, I just celebrated a year of my recovery. And then October 13th, I had a stroke.
Yeah.
I got out the hospital November 2nd. My sister came down to see me. Her birthday was on the 5th. She passed away on the 8th. Now this is recovery. And I'm saying to myself, you gotta be kidding me. I want to say something else, but I'll say kidding. And I have to live with that, because that's recovery, and that's real recovery, because in real recovery, you don't get to hide. Because God, recovery or life will pull you out and make you realize, are you really about that life? Are you going to stick to what you're supposed to stick to?
That's right.
Recovery to me is like a pair of shoes. And they're all right when you put them on, but when you start walking in them, you'll want to take them off, just like recovery. You want to take it off, but you have to stick with it. And another thing happened. Now, this is in my recovery. My mother passed away on Thanksgiving, and the next day I had to go speak. Once you get in recovery, you don't get to hide. You don't get to say,
I can't be there.
exactly. You have to show that this is what recovery is about. It's about living life to the fullest. This is a blessing that I had in my life. It really is, and I will honor her memory all the time. The two greatest things about recovery I got to do was both of them got to see me in recovery state. That is the blessing. My father couldn't do that because he passed away. But I wrote him a letter when I was in rehab. I wrote him a letter, and I know he's proud of me. Man, this takes, you got to be real or don't do it. I don't try anymore. Either I do it or I don't.
Amen. If you're trying, you're lying.
That's right. I like that.
That's what my sponsor told me.
I think I'll use that. I like that. Just thank you for sharing that moment with me. That was amazing to me. Now I realize that it's a true blessing to have somebody in your life that you miss, because once you're in recovery, you get to feel again, and you feel all of it. But I'm not by myself. I have a community around me. Just think about it. I've been in situations or places that people don't appreciate what you've gone through. I would never allow somebody to hold me hostage to my past, including me. And another thing, I'm not going to allow your opinion of me become my reality.
Amen to that.
I know I've changed. And if the only one in the world that believes that is me, so be it. So be it. It is what it is. I've changed. I thank this fellowship and I thank this program. I really thank the individuals, but I don't believe in heroes. I don't, because one thing I know, that nobody's perfect. And we all make mistakes.
Amen.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Mark. That was one of the most heartfelt testimonies that we've heard. Joy, do you have something you wanted to add? I see you.
Oh, there were just two things. First of all, I think that everybody watching or listening can see the honesty and how difficult it is to be butt-ass naked in front of people and just try to explain how you feel. And that I had said earlier, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And that's how we know. It's something that you can't fake when somebody has recovery and you look in their eyes and you just know whether they're there or whether they're not. And I want to thank you for talking about not letting anybody keep you hostage to your past, because I have some of that going on in my life. I was talking about that today. And that's a message for me, from God, because it was what was on my heart today.
Thank you, Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a break right now in lieu of time. Once again, give Mark another round of applause. Absolutely. When we come back, we have Crystal Weatherly from American Addiction Services. She'll be up next. Right after this, you're listening to Rated R for Recovery and RatedR4Recovery.com.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, Call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone, and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all angels.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. We just heard one of the most impactful testimonies and stories that we've heard on this show. Each week it amazes me. Joy, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Oh, man, it was amazing, and just the feeling, it was just so raw and undeniable.
Butt-ass naked, as he likes to say. Yeah, so let's
We
have
didn't say
another
that
round
enough.
of applause for Mark, everybody. Awesome job. I'd like to remind everybody, Al, you were in conference when we talked about this before, but Saturday on the 13th of September, which is Kimmy's Recovery Zone's Party in the Park. I don't know if you've heard yet, Al, but we'll be doing a live broadcast from there.
I did. Oh, my, I'm excited.
Is that the way to put it? Thanks to our head engineer, Mark. And by the way, give our tech booth, it's Pedro, Sharon, and Mark, a nice round of applause.
Big time. Yay!
And so, hey, John.
The show would not be possible without them, so make sure you're gonna have to be there all day.
And is the 13th a Thursday?
The 13th it's the 12th. It's the 12th of September.
I thought you said the 13th.
Wait a minute, 13th of September.
Yeah, what day of the week is that?
That's a Saturday.
I have to work twice that week?
Yes.
All right.
You have to work all day, yes.
All right.
So right now is the
Party in the Park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And how many years is this going to make the 15th annual? No? How long has the Party in the Park been going on?
Party in the Park's been going for probably 4 years, I think.
Since 1965 was the first one?
1965.
All right, so let's continue on with the show right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already got your raffle ticket, at each show, we raffle off thousands of fabulous prizes at the end of the show, but you have to be present to win. So that's one thing. The next thing is we are proud to present the second segment of the show, which we proudly call Kimmy's Corner. Ladies and gentlemen, founder and creator of Kimmy's Recovery Zone, please welcome Al Kenkel.
Hey. Al, come right up here, Al. Come on up here. Now, here's the deal. Did you tell him about 9/11? John, get back here. 9/11. Tell him about 9/11. What's going on?
Well, we haven't really got the whole thing for September 11th done yet. We have an extravaganza plan, but it's not all set in stone yet. So we don't want to say anything. You have to come back next week to find out what's happening for September 11th.
So we got the 11th and the 13th?
What?
The 11th and the 13th?
The 11th is a regular Thursday night show, right? So, and we're celebrating the veterans and the first responders and people, more so the people that were lost in the tragic attack when we were attacked. What we're looking for is somebody that was actually on duty in New York City that day. So that's somebody we're looking forward to having, if we find somebody that was on duty.
And if anybody knows anybody, that'd be helpful. But also, too, Heidi just found somebody, I think, a few minutes ago, basically. So, but we want to honor that day with real reverence, and we hopefully will get a lot of people here to show our support. God bless America. You know, that was a tragic day, and we wanted to put a note in the books, Grace Church, honoring those folks. So
yes.
Come here if you can.
And again, we do this in this community. It's unity in the community, and what we're celebrating here is all the ways that the community can come together, and that anybody listening can do this in their community too. The thing is to just start.
Right. Nice. And this is really, we just had some conversation about that, and you know, I feel so robust when I come in here. There's so much power in here. When I look around this room, my heart just keeps beating heavier and heavier. You know, I just hope everybody in this room understands that we love you. That's what this is all about. We want to support you. We want to help you as much as you help us. I need a lot of help. That's why I'm here tonight. Believe it. You know, it makes me feel good. And I think this connection that we've made here at this church, I'm just so proud of being here and being part of this church and being able to help not only myself, but help everybody out there. Hopefully you get out of it what I get out of it anyway. So thanks for being here, and we're going to start right now with a great supporter of the community from American Addiction Centers.
Correct.
Right, so you're going to tell us all the great things about American Addiction Centers tonight, the knowledge that you have and how you support the community, and really is one of our biggest supporters sitting right here next to me right now. I want to hug. Give me some love, bud. All right. Yeah. All right, you have 1 hour. Explain yourself.
And this is Crystal.
Hi,
You
I'm
had
Crystal.
1 hour, now it's down to 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
So I'm Crystal Weatherly. I am with American Addiction Centers. I'm an outreach coordinator. I got to get closer. I'm an outreach coordinator. There's a lot of layers to that. So basically, I form relationships in the community. My territories cover Lee, Collier, Charlotte, Manatee, and Sarasota County. And I just acquired Monroe County, which is the Keys. And I know that's all over the place, but I vacation there a lot, and I saw a need, so I asked for it, and I got it. Basically, my role is just to help people that want treatment. I form relationships with other outreach coordinators like Lance and Hannah from White Sands and everybody that does the same role I do at different facilities. So that's one piece of it. Another piece is forming relationships with local hospitals, with social workers, case managers, anybody that has a role in someone that's struggling with substance use disorder that comes in and looking for help. I share resources with them. Another piece, and probably my favorite piece, is I do go bedside with clients when they are in the hospital. I will talk to their families for as long as it takes to answer questions, especially with people who have never been in a facility and that are really, really scared and unsure what it's like. And then, talk to the clients and share my story with them and let them know that it's not scary. It's just you have to take the leap of faith and kind of walk through the door. And then probably another one of my favorite parts is just working with the community centers like Kimmy's and just being a part of the community and just trying to immerse myself in being able to give back and help.
No discharge papers here, correct, Heidi? That's what she says every day. No discharge papers. We're from beginning to the end. We're with you. And tell me a little bit about yourself. What inspired you to become this great humanitarian?
Well, I was in active addiction for almost 22 years, so I finally surrendered in 2019. I never wanted to, I'm not really going to go into everything that I used, but it was a lot. But the one thing I didn't want to give up was alcohol, because I wanted to quit everything else, but not the alcohol, because it was fun. And
You
that's
gotta
what we
have something.
did. Yeah, I was at the time married to a musician, and he toured all over, and alcohol was just a big part of our lives. So I never wanted to give that piece up. But I couldn't hang on to that piece and get rid of everything else. So my niece got married on April 23rd of 2019, and I had been asked by my whole family not to go.
Oh.
And I don't have any children of my own, so my niece, this was my first niece, and she is my baby child. She is my love. So being asked not to go to that was heartbreaking. I went anyway. My mom had to pick out my outfit. It was terrible. I showed up with a bottle of Fireball in my bag, and just basically, I can say shit in here, right? Basically was a shit show of this beautiful
I don't
wedding.
give a shit what you
Yeah,
say.
so I'm sorry. I know I'm in a church, but I was a shit show. And the next morning I woke up. I was living back with my parents as a 41-year-old. And just the look on my parents' faces, just they were defeated, they were tired, they were over it. And just something about that moment, I knew either I was going to die or I was going to live. And so I finally just said, I need help. It was words I never was brave enough to say or wanted to say or never wanted to admit it. I had always been in kind of a business development role and had really good jobs and really good things on the outside, but I was always crumbling on the inside and in the walls with my family. So I was a functioning addict until I wasn't. Anyhow, so that morning, it was Easter Sunday, I asked my parents for help. Of course, I was still so under the influence. The next few days were kind of fuzzy. I thought, I'm from a small town in Texas, and I thought I was going to go to a facility, a state-ran facility where my daddy had gone to. He was also an alcoholic when I was younger, and that's all I really knew about rehab or treatment was this one facility because we didn't have many options. So anytime that I would think about asking for help, I thought I was going to go to this place, and it was awful, and I remember when he was there, I got sick off salmon patties and got food poisoning. And that we said the Lord's Prayer in a circle. And that's all I knew about treatment. That's it. Because nobody in my little conservative town talked about it. You just went on and, put on a big front. So my mom got on the Google and Googled, best treatment facilities, and she came up with the way that the Google AdWords was she came up with a facility called Aon, and it was on the east coast of Florida. And she came in and said, well, you're going to go to Florida. And
How did you get from that point to working at American Addiction Services?
Oh, I got really long-winded there. I knew at the time, so the guy that answered the phone with my mom, his name was Jason. He walked my mom through every step of the way. When I was finally sober enough to make the call and do my intake, Jason was just like a guardian angel. So I knew at that moment, whenever I got healthy, that I wanted to do what Jason did.
Now tell me a little bit about the services that you're providing, and really on what makes the difference. I don't say make better, that you're better than other groups that we have, but what makes you different? What makes you stand out a little bit besides yourself? We know that. Okay, so give me the lowdown.
The lowdown would be the number of facilities that we have. We have several different facilities through the United States. They're all a full continuum of care. We provide services from detox all the way out to telehealth outpatient. So we can meet people wherever they are, whether if they're just needing detox services or if they're needing residential services or if they just need PHP, IOP, we can meet them where they are.
Would you explain PHP and IOP?
PHP and IOP is different levels of care. They're step-down levels. Once you leave residential, which is residentials, you cut back on your groups, you cut back on your time, you get a little more freedom. Sometimes you get your phone back and you're going to just, it's a short amount of time, shorter classes. IOP is outpatient.
What's some of the boundaries that we have in getting our services today? If you could wish for something, what would make it a lot easier for you and everybody else in the area to get people the services that they need? I think Lee County is doing a really good job. If I look back in the past 20 years, they really have stepped up to the plate. All over the place. Everybody's working together, and again, just like we're doing here tonight, a lot of the churches are partaking now, which is really great. So if you had a wish, what would make it a lot easier to get people the services that they need? Insurance being one of them.
I was going to say better health care, insurance, people understanding insurance, people knowing how to buy insurance, and somebody educating them with the policies that they're getting would be the biggest obstacle we run into, or not insured. So running into people that don't have insurance, educating them how they can get insurance and send them in the right direction. So what would be helpful is, just having those insurance agents in place where they could also, maybe a person in recovery that sells insurance that knows the benefit of having good policies, and that'll explain it. And just helping the people that are underserved have those resources.
And do you have to have insurance?
You do at our facilities. But one thing I pride myself on, when somebody makes the call to get help, one thing that I'm never going to do is tell them, hey, we don't take your insurance, good luck, Godspeed. I'm going to go, one of my favorite things to say is I'm going to match their energy. If they're advocating for themselves, I'm going to advocate for them. I'm going to reach out to Lance, I'm going to reach out to whoever, and we're going to find a place
I love that.
that can try to help. The biggest, scariest thing is making that first call. So if somebody's taking that brave step and making that first call and they get somebody on the phone and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't have commercial insurance.
Exactly.
That's very
To hear a no.
defeating. So I never want to do that. I want to continue to build relationships in the community, continue to add resources in my tool belt. So because I'll be honest, most of the people that get referred they're not accepted into our program for one reason or the other. I mean, there's a lot of criteria that has to be met. So I want to just make sure that I have the right resources that can help anybody that needs help.
And how would I find you?
I could, my phone number, text, email. I have a lot of resources that I'm going to leave. I have some on the back table. Email. I mean, I'm here in Fort Myers.
And so it would come through you personally, or come through the addiction?
So I like to come through me personally, but also a lot of times what happens is people meet me here and there, or will meet somebody else. They'll say, oh, I have somebody you need to meet. They'll have my information. They'll end up calling our intake department, and then they'll just mention that they're from Fort Myers, and it usually gets, linked to me.
Yeah, and see what we're talking about really here. There's if you want to map it all out, there's so many moving parts with somebody, especially if you don't have insurance. And, if you don't have insurance, we try to find a way to get you insurance. And that's to me, if I'm thinking about what do we really need, we need, besides more services and more places and more facilities, insurance is so big. So we hunt it down, we look for it, we find it. You do the same thing, and everybody we work with tries to do the same thing. And if not, there's other avenues that you can take to get people into recovery too. So, but insurance is a big dog in the hunt for recovery.
And the name of your company again?
It's American Addiction Centers.
And could I Google that?
You can. And we have, like I said, we have 7 different facilities. We have 2 here in Florida. The one that I mostly deal with is River Oaks, which is right outside of Tampa and Riverview. We have Recovery First, that's in Hollywood, which is right outside of Fort Lauderdale. We have one in Texas. We have one in Mississippi. We have one in Las Vegas. We have one in California, one in Boston. So if we can't take them at one of the facilities here, and another thing, we do help with transportation, so that's a big piece of it as well. So we're going to get people where they need to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you. And listen, I just want to tell you something, how much we appreciate you and what you do and how you do it, because you do it with a good heart and a great soul. And we can't thank you enough. You saved a lot of lives in this. And I think everybody ought to know that, even just sitting here and looking out, look at who's next to you, make sure that you talk to them and you listen to them. And everybody plays a part in recovery. So whatever you can do to make somebody's life a little easier, even if it's just listening, and then we'll walk them down the aisle one at a time. And I just believe in that. I think that the power here in this room, you have the power to go to recovery and stay in recovery. You have the power. You're sitting here. You're powerful.
Because not everybody does.
And I love each and every one of you. And he's knocking on my door, I think. Am I almost done?
You're done when you think when you're done when you say you're done. When you're done, you're done. We have no time limit on you.
Do I get paid for overtime? Yeah. Okay. No. Heidi says no. All right. I'm over. I'm done.
Give Crystal a nice round of applause.
I guess I'm done too. Yeah. Thank you.
So we have a treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks, Crystal. You'll be at Party in the Park.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We'll be broadcasting live. Have you heard?
Ooh, yes, we did.
Just check.
I hope I can speak at your
We'll be
table.
broadcasting live from Party in the Park. When we come back, we have Nashville recording artist Alan and Kelly entertaining us. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery. RatedRforRecovery.com.
Get up
we'll be right
here.
back.
Woohoo! Am I good?
You're good. So, oh yeah.
Struggling with life's challenges? At the Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone, and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Call in all angels.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm looking at myself in this TV monitor here. Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery. Check us out on the web at www. You don't say that anymore, do you?
No.
You don't need to say the W? No?
I don't think so.
It's Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com. Like us on the Facebook. This program can be heard on YouTube, podcastplayground.com, which is a streaming service for what Shaquille O'Neal does, what for a whole bunch of other really famous people do, and they've taken us on, and you can hear us on Apple Music, Pandora, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So this couple next to me has traveled the world recently, ladies and gentlemen, in promoting of their new album, Under God. And please welcome Nashville recording artists, Alan and Kelly.
Thank you, John. Do we have guitar?
I don't know if I have guitar. Can y'all hear a guitar out there? Y'all can hear it? We were on a cruise recently. Kelly left her voice on the cruise. It just got mailed back, so if she squeaks and scracks.
You're going to get the raspy edition of my voice tonight. So thank you very much for coming. We do still have some t-shirts left from our CD release event here that was a few weeks back. And we still have some cards with QR codes on the back should you want to look our music up.
You scan it, our music pops up. Here we go. This one's called Roll of the Dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't run like the wind if you're watching your step. A new life can't begin if you're holding your breath. You can't feel the sun above in the shadow of someone else. You'll never find true love if you don't take a chance for yourself. Every day of your life is a roll of the dice. We don't hold no control, so let it go, let them fly. Yeah, every day of your life is a roll of the dice.
You can't chase down a dream if there's no dream to chase. There's no song to sing if you don't let the music play.
Here we go.
Don't let the world hold you back. Gotta get to the front and see. Tomorrow ain't a fact. Your next breath ain't guaranteed. Every day of your life is a roll of the dice. We don't hold no control, so let it go, let them fly. Yeah, every day
smile, Al, smile.
of your life is a roll of the dice.
numbers game. There's only so many beats a heart can make.
Every day of your life
is a roll of the dice. Come on. Every day of your life is a roll of the dice. We don't hold no control, so let it go, let it fly. Yeah, every day of your life is a roll of the dice.
Now you have so explain that QR thing again with the.
Oh yeah, so I have a cordless mic. So
ooh, is that convenient?
These little cards,
Portable.
they're up here. They're also on the back table by the t-shirts. And there's a little QR code on the other side. If you hold your camera on your smartphone up to that, it'll take you to a link. And that link will show you our website. It'll take you to wherever you can stream our music, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, that sort of thing.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, after Alan and Kelly finish performing, we're going to have a raffle with thousands of fabulous prizes. But in order to win the raffle, you have to have a raffle ticket. Who, Eileen, who's giving out the raffle tickets? There's nobody back. Larry, are you? No? Mark is giving out. Mark is in the way back there. Mark, raise your hand. So he's got the raffle tickets. If you haven't got a raffle ticket, go see Mark, and you'll win a 2025 Chevrolet. What's that?
I don't know.
That was last week?
Yeah, that was last week.
Oh, that
very
was
good.
last
Okay, would you
week,
do another song for us,
We'll
please?
do one more. We're on.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you see Rick? Rick, raise your hand. Rick, if anyone wants a t-shirt, give Rick $20. He'll set you back up there with a t-shirt.
Yes.
A couple quick shout-outs. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Adios, God rest Ozzy, and I am a real American. Fights for my life, fights for my rights. Hulk Hogan, I think Rick might do the Hulk Hogan rip shirt later if you're up for it, and we'll do that. Oh, one more, Mike, my buddy Mike, from the coast across the 7 seas. That's Iron Maiden. Yeah, we do know that.
I know that harmonies for that one.
You do. Anyway, thank you for having us. We love it. Your story was amazing. Everybody's story in here inspires us. We have sponsees, we have friends, we have family. As Al said, the power in this room is absolutely inspiring. As recovered alcoholics ourselves, to be a part of this. Everybody, this one is for you. Round of applause. We love you all. This one's called the title track of the shirt, Trying My Best to Live. I've had a lot of demons to battle down. Jumped out of planes that never left the ground. I made enough mistakes to fill a lifetime, but I'm still here. I've heard old men talk about their regrets, taking the easy road with safer bets. But I don't want to be a prisoner of my deep, dark fears. I'm just trying my best to live, so I don't look back and say, what if? Can't win if I don't try. Never want to ask why. Didn't give everything I had to give. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best to live.
Trying my best.
Don't have to be near death to make a bucket list. Let imperfect love spoil a new first kiss.
New first kiss.
Wait till someone asks me to pitch in.
To lend a helping hand.
You got Gotta take a lot of risks to ride the perfect wave.
Perfect way.
Lose a lot of golf balls, Mike. That's how the game is played.
How the game is played.
More I put into this life, I'll get it back times 10. I'm just trying my best to live, so I don't look back and say what if. Can't win if I don't try. Never want to ask why. Didn't give everything I had to give. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best to live with the fact I ain't Superman, but you bet I'm gonna live like I am. I'm just trying my best to live, so I don't look back and say what if. Can't win if I don't try. Never want to ask why. Didn't give everything I had to give. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best to live. I'm trying my best to live, yeah. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to live. We're trying our best to live. We love you guys. Thank you.
All right, big round of applause for Mark and Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, T-shirts up there. They're the what?
QR codes.
QR code for to download the music.
And if QR codes are not your thing, we're at allenandkelly.com as well. ALLENAND.
I think most of them know.
KELLY. Well, I'm just saying.
It's me that doesn't know how to do it.
It's okay.
So the QR code's on the card. Make sure you stay for the raffle, ladies and gentlemen. Join us again next week for another episode of Rated R for Recovery. RatedRforRecovery.com. Good night.
Can I unplug this? No.
Mark, mute the keyboard.